Zach Bassett, back again with COS Accounting and Tax, and this is my compounding interest videos, vlog, I don't know what to call it, something like that. But yeah, today we're going to talk about LLC versus S Corporation. A lot of people ask me this question, 1,000 times a year I get, so what's the difference between an LLC versus an S Corp? I set up my LLC, that should be good enough, right? Well, I got to tell you, if you don't know the answer to this question, you need to get it ingrained into your head because it's super important. An LLC does nothing for tax purposes. So it's important to know that because the whole idea of setting it up in the first place was probably so you could save on taxes, I'm guessing. Most people tell me, I set up my LLC so I should be able to save on taxes. Well, that's just not the case. So no tax benefit over here. And then with an S corporation, you are getting the tax benefit. It's huge. It's where, if you've seen any of my other videos, I'm always talking about the benefit of paying less in self-employment taxes. This is the reason why you get to pay less. So first off, being on a 1099 doesn't automatically save you on taxes. It actually costs you more. So you have to structure yourself correctly to get that savings. The S Corp's going to allow you to get down to 3% in self-employment tax. So you're down to 3% in self-employment tax compared to 15.3%. So that's where all the savings comes in. People say, well, with an LLC, I get to take expenses, right? So now I can take expenses. Well, you don't have to have an LLC to take expenses. All you have to do is have your own business, sole proprietorship, or an LLC on a 1099. If you're any of those two things, you can take all the expenses you want. So there's no difference over here versus over here as far as expenses go. So it's all about the tax. Limited liability, that LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. So that's one reason a lot of people try and put company in their name. You don't need to you can't put company in your name in most states. They won't let you because you're already a limited liability company. So you can, if you want to call your name, Bold Services Company, you just name it Bold Services. And then you can advertise anytime you want with Bold Services Company. You don't have to put Bold Services Limited Liability Company. But the reason for an LLC is nothing other than to limit your liability. So what that means, let's say you are a door knocker, you do summer sales, you do pest control. And let's say you're going to your route for the day, and on the way there you run somebody over at a crosswalk, you didn't see them. If you run them over, now they can sue your company, but they can't sue you personally. So if you've got 5 other businesses that are all doing very well, and your pest control company, maybe you make $40,000 doing door-to-door in the summer, well, now they can only take up to that like $40,000. Maybe they could penalize you further and you'd pay it off over time, but they're not going to be able to come after businesses 1 through 5, especially if each one of those has their own LLC. It's as if it's a completely separate person. It's a separate entity from this entity, from that entity. So it's super important to kind of understand that. There is a huge plus for having a limited liability company. That lawsuits, if you don't know about them, they happen all the time. I've had my fair share. They're not fun. And it's awesome when you're structured correctly. It's really nice. So make sure you structure correctly. If you do rental properties, you're going to want to have an LLC. So for each property that you do, set up an LLC for it. I normally name it, if it's on Canyon Road, I'll name it Canyon Road 1. That way when I'm looking at my LLC and all my different properties for the year, I know exactly which property that I'm looking at. But yeah, rental properties, you're definitely going to do an LLC every time. You do not want it to be an S corporation. When you want an S corporation is when you're on a 1099 or you're a sole proprietor, or if you set up an LLC and didn't switch it to S corp taxation yet. So basically anything other than rental properties that's self-employed, you're going to want to do the S corp strategy. There are some reasons to do a C corp. If you're like a very fast-growing startup that's going to have a whole lot of different investors in it, then you'd want to go the C corp route. But we'll do that in another video because it's very rare, but some of you will need it, so we'll talk about it later. Now, an LLC can elect to be taxed as an S corporation. So you can actually be an LLC. So you just elect taxation. LLC taxed as S corp. And that's actually the best way to structure. You can set up an S corp from scratch. You're going to need to go through a lawyer, and it's going to be super expensive, and you're going to have a lot more reporting to do each year. So why do that when you can get the exact same tax outcome? People ask me what's the difference as far as taxes go. There is no difference from being an actual S corporation to being an LLC taxed as an S corp. So do the LLC version. We do them. So I recommend if you need an LLC at any point or an LLC taxed as an S corporation, come through us. We'll do them. Pricing's different for every state. So yeah, give us a call. Check out the link at the bottom of the page. Get set up. It's really easy. We'll do a free consultation if you want. But if you make over $4,100 in self-employment income, you are guaranteed to save money by having an LLC taxed as an S corporation, even after paying our fees, even compared to if you went to a different tax firm and got your taxes done for free on a Schedule C. Without having the S corporation, you will not be able to save as much as us using the same numbers. Obviously, if the new accountant makes up some fake expenses, then he can beat the outcome. But using the exact same numbers, $4,100 or more, you're going to save money guaranteed. So get your LLC set up, have it taxed as an S corporation. It's going to help you out a lot. But really, that's the gist of it. No need to go into any more detail on it. Hope that kind of helps you guys out.